This is a homeschool unit study on the states, starting with Alabama. This can be done as a family or for a co-op group. Here are some ideas that we're doing with our co-op group. First, we start with a foam cutout of the state, and this can be traced onto paper and cut out or decorated. Then we just have the state name, flag, and capital and population. And my 6-year-old pulled this stuff together, so it was a way to get him involved in the planning of it. Then we have the Saturn V rocket, which was made in Alabama, and just pulled some information off the internet and found a basic picture of the rockets. And then here we have a pattern for making a simple rocket out of cardstock, and just have the measurements on there to cut out. And then in helping prepare, my son made this rocket himself. It's just out of white vinyl fabric. Then we have Helen Keller and Heather Whitestone are from Alabama. Helen Keller is known internationally. She was blind and deaf, and Heather Whitestone was the first deaf Miss America. And so to go along with that, we have an activity where he used raised stickers. They have some dimension to them to make a word in Braille. So I have some cutouts there and the Braille alphabets over here. And then we also have the sign language alphabet, which is an activity people can practice different words. And the other thing we have is George Washington Carver. He was known for some of the agricultural developments in Alabama, and he studied specifically peanut plants and sweet potato plants. And we made these felt, you could pretend to plant the sweet potato or the peanut plants. So, and if you're not real handy, you can also just do, bring in actual sweet potatoes or peanuts, or mashed sweet potatoes in a bag, or peanut butter in a bag as an option. So this is our unit on Alabama, and part of the states unit for our homeschool group. This is a homeschool unit study on the states. This is Alaska. So here we have the foam cut out of Alaska with the capital on it. So the kids can copy this on a piece of paper and cut it out or decorate it. And we have the name and flag, capital, population, and this is a project that my 6-year-old helped with to get ready for the co-op group. This is a baby blue guy I sewed years ago. I thought I'd bring it with for the younger kids to play with. Up here is some information about Inuits and these things called Inuit, which were stone statues that sort of resembled people. And the project here is to make the Inuit with scraps of sandpaper. Then over here we have the Northern Lights, which can be seen in Alaska. This here it's hard to do one-handed, but there's a way to use a flashlight, shine it underneath the tin foil, and sort of replicate the reflection of the Northern Lights on the Earth. And we also have some tissue paper that can be used to make some projects if you tear it up and make the layers of Northern Lights. Here's a little explanation that my 6-year-old made to show everyone how the Northern Lights work. He was very, spent a lot of time working on that. So, and that is the 6-month-old in the background. He's not a fan of the state project. And then also this is Russian Alaska. The Russians used to own Alaska, and they sold it to America. And there's still some onion dome churches that are there, and they're actually on the National Historic Landmarks Register. So we have this where the kids can make some onion dome buildings, just some cutouts of construction paper. So that's the Alaska unit for our homeschool group.
6. Looks like we are signing up.